All right, so you know what's coming up, right? March 29th, 2025.
Uh-huh.
You've got a pretty cool event happening up in the sky,
Okay.
partial solar eclipse.
Very cool.
And, based on everything you've sent over to us, that's what we're diving deep into today.
Awesome.
Think of this as your kind of a personalized guide to this whole event,
Yeah.
using the information you gave us, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to really break it down.
Yeah, we took a look at all that cool stuff you sent over.
Yeah.
Fascinating stuff. And
Yeah.
our mission today is to, extract the key insights.
Yeah.
What are the mechanics behind solar eclipses? What are the
Right.
specifics about this one coming up? How can you watch it safely?
Uh,
All based on, established guidelines.
Yeah.
And why are these events such a big deal scientifically, historically?
right.
We want to make sure that you're not just aware of it, but you truly understand and appreciate it.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Okay.
So what exactly is going on when we talk about a solar eclipse? One of the articles that you shared with us said it's like the moon is doing a little cosmic photobomb,
Exactly.
It's kind of funny.
A solar eclipse happens when the moon moves directly between the Earth and the sun.
Okay.
And so what happens is this alignment casts a shadow on the Earth.
Right.
And that shadow is what blocks some or all of the sun's light
Okay.
from your perspective, wherever you happen to be.
Right.
The crucial factor here,
Yeah.
as your sources likely mentioned, is that this can only happen during the new moon phase,
Okay.
when the sun, moon, and Earth are all lined up.
Got it. So it's all about this alignment.
Yeah.
But I've heard there are different kinds of solar eclipses. So what's the difference between, total, partial,
Yeah.
and this ring of fire the annular eclipse?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
So the type of eclipse that you see really depends on how much of the sun is obscured by the moon,
Okay.
as viewed from a particular location.
Right.
So a total solar eclipse is like the most dramatic. This is when the moon completely blocks the sun.
Wow.
For a few precious moments, day turns into twilight, a twilight-like darkness.
Uh-huh.
And you can even see the sun's corona, its outer atmosphere.
Oh, wow.
Interestingly, it was during a total solar eclipse in 1919 that observations confirmed Einstein's theory of general relativity.
Oh, wow.
So a really significant scientific discovery. Your sources might have touched on that indirectly.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So a total eclipse is like the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Then you've got the partial solar eclipse, which we know is what's happening March 29th.
Right.
In this case, the moon only covers a portion of the sun.
Right.
So from your vantage point, the sun will look like it has a dark bite taken out of it, often appearing as a crescent shape.
Okay, so total eclipse, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Partial's just a nibble.
Yeah.
What about that ring of fire?
That sounds pretty wild.
Yeah.
Annular solar eclipse, pretty striking.
Uh-huh.
This occurs when the moon is a bit farther away from Earth in its orbit. Okay.
Because of that greater distance, the moon appears slightly smaller in the sky and doesn't completely cover the sun.
Right.
So imagine holding a smaller coin over a larger one.
Okay. Yeah.
You'd still see the outer edge of the bigger coin, right?
I gotcha.
So instead, what you see at the peak of the eclipse is a brilliant ring of sunlight
Wow.
encircling the dark silhouette of the moon,
Okay.
hence the ring of fire name.
That's a fantastic image.
Yeah.
So March 29th is a partial solar eclipse.
Right.
Our sources mention where you might be able to catch a glimpse of this.
Yeah.
Where exactly should you be looking if you want to see it?
Well, the path of this partial eclipse covers a significant chunk of the northern hemisphere.
Okay.
So if you're in northeastern North America,
Yeah.
Greenland, Iceland, parts of Europe,
Uh-huh.
or northwestern Russia,
Okay.
you'll have a chance to see it.
Got it.
Now, the extent to which the sun is obscured will vary depending on your exact location within this area.
Yeah, that's a pretty wide net.
Now, our sources give us a specific example.
Mm-hmm.
What can folks in Milan, Italy expect to see,
Okay. Yeah.
and when?
Yes. So Milan provides a good illustration.
Okay.
For observers in Milan, the partial eclipse will begin around 11:32 a.m.
Okay.
Central European time.
Right.
It'll reach its maximum point where the largest portion of the sun is covered by the moon at approximately 12:41 p.m. CET.
Okay.
The entire event will then conclude by about 1:54 p.m. CET.
All right, so they've got over an hour to witness this.
Yeah.
That gives you a good time frame if you're in that part of the world.
Yeah.
Now, this is super important, and based on the safety information you shared,
Yeah.
we absolutely have to stress this.
Right.
Looking directly at the sun is dangerous.
Extremely.
What are the crucial safety measures people need to take if
Yeah.
they want to observe this eclipse?
Yeah, it is absolutely critical. Viewing the sun directly, even during a partial
Yeah.
eclipse, can cause serious and permanent eye damage. The only safe way to look directly at the sun during the partial phases of a solar eclipse is through special purpose solar filters,
Okay.
commonly known as eclipse glasses.
All right.
These glasses must comply with the ISO 12312-2 International Safety Standard.
Okay.
This specific standard ensures that the glasses block the harmful ultraviolet and infrared radiation emitted by the sun, even during a partial eclipse.
Got it.
So make sure your eclipse glasses are certified and in good condition, no scratches or damage.
ISO 12312-2 certified.
Right.
That's the key thing.
Yep.
What if you don't have access to eclipse glasses?
Yeah.
Are there any other safe ways to experience the eclipse?
Yes, there are indirect viewing methods. You can use
Okay.
one simple and effective technique, which might have been mentioned in your materials, is using a pinhole projector.
Oh, okay.
You can create one easily with a cardboard box, a piece of white paper, and a pin. By projecting an image of the eclipse sun onto the paper, you can observe the event safely without looking directly at the sun.
Okay, cool.
There are also commercially available viewers that project the sun's image.
Got it.
Regular sunglasses, no matter how dark they are not safe for looking at the sun
Right.
during an eclipse.
That's a really important distinction.
Yeah,
The certified eclipse glasses for direct viewing
right.
or a pinhole projector for indirect
Yeah,
viewing.
exactly.
Safety first, always.
Always.
Now, beyond just being a cool thing to see,
Yeah.
our sources mentioned that solar eclipses have a much broader significance,
Huh.
both historically and scientifically.
Right.
Can you elaborate on that?
Indeed. So throughout history, solar eclipses have evoked a wide range of reactions from people. Ancient civilizations without the scientific understanding we have today often viewed them with a mixture of awe and fear,
Yeah,
sometimes interpreting them as bad omens or signs from the gods.
I can imagine.
They're fascinating historical accounts, some of which might be in the materials you looked at,
Uh-huh.
of eclipses influencing battles and even the outcomes of political events.
Wow, that's incredible to think about.
Yeah,
These celestial events shaping human history.
exactly.
Yeah.
And from a scientific perspective, total solar eclipses have been invaluable. They provide a unique opportunity to study the sun's corona, that outer layer of its atmosphere,
Okay.
which is usually hidden by the sun's bright surface.
Right.
So during totality, when the main disk of the sun is blocked, the corona becomes visible,
Uh-huh.
allowing scientists to observe its structure dynamics and magnetic fields.
Wow.
This has led to significant discoveries about our star,
Yeah.
as we touched on earlier with Einstein.
So these aren't just pretty shows in the sky.
Right.
They're actually important for understanding our sun and the solar system.
Absolutely. Even partial solar eclipses contribute to scientific research.
Oh, wow.
They can be used to study solar activity, refine our understanding of planetary motion, and even investigate how changes in sunlight affect Earth's atmosphere.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, and as our source points out, they continue to inspire widespread curiosity and wonder, drawing people together to witness these remarkable natural phenomena.
Yeah, it really highlights the interconnectedness of everything, doesn't it? This event happening millions of miles away,
Right.
but you can witness it and learn from it right here on Earth.
Yeah.
So let's bring it all together
Okay.
as you get ready for March 29th, 2025.
All right, so what we've learned is that a solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the Earth and the sun.
Right.
And this particular one will be a partial solar eclipse,
Correct.
depending on where you are across northeastern North America, Greenland, Iceland, parts of Europe, and northwestern Russia.
Yeah.
You'll see a portion of the sun obscured.
Uh-huh.
Remember that example of Milan's timing to give you a sense of how the event will unfold?
And the big takeaway on safety. If you plan to look at the sun directly during the eclipse, you absolutely must use ISO 12312-2 certified eclipse glasses.
Yes.
No regular sunglasses.
Please.
If you don't have eclipse glasses, a pinhole projector is a safe and fun alternative for you to experience the event.
Right, and finally, it's worth remembering that these events are more than just a visual spectacle.
Yeah.
Solar eclipses have fascinated humanity for centuries, prompting both awe and sometimes fear.
Right.
Today, they remain scientifically significant, offering valuable insights into our sun and the broader universe.
So knowing that ancient civilizations saw these events as omens, how does that shift in perspective impact your view of the upcoming eclipse? Does it diminish the sense of wonder? Or does it perhaps deepen your appreciation for the intricate mechanics of the cosmos?
Right.
Perhaps it even sparks a curiosity about other celestial events and how our understanding of them has evolved over time.
Indeed, as you look up on March 29th, whether you catch a glimpse of the partial eclipse or simply know it's happening, take a moment to appreciate the incredible cosmic dance that's unfolding
Uh-huh.
and the wealth of knowledge we've gained from observing these awe-inspiring events throughout history.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, that about wraps it up for us.
Awesome.
Until next time.